Pallavi, we can see clearly in the visuals that Prime Minister Modi has offered his prayer to Lord Vishwakarma. He is talking with different craftsmen there. What do you have to say about this entire pitch of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, as well as Prime Minister's pitch for Indian craftsmanship and Indian heritage?
See, there's a clear-cut strategy behind it, just not a political, but not just a social or economic, but also a political strategy behind it. He's chosen his birthday and he announced this on 15th of August that today is going to be in sync with Vishwakarma Jayanti. It's going to be celebrated as Vishwakarma Divas. Now, basically, Vishwakarma is considered to be the deity of, those craftsmen, goldsmith, ironsmith, those kind of people, the sons who have not got their sense of entitlement, those who have often not got credit for the work and the contribution they do. And the Prime Minister made the point, it is Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. These people also matter. These people should be respected for the kind of contribution they do to our social and economic transformation. And therefore, Vishwakarma Divas has been launched, which means 1 lakh is going to be given to them as loan, and then in the second segment 2 lakhs will be given. 13,000 crore rupees is what is going to be the total budget over the next 5 years. But politically speaking, if you ask me the significance of it, they belong to a backward community. Clear cut in an election season, the BJP wants to target the OBC vote bank. That also explains the reason why the Prime Minister wants to celebrate today as a Vishwakarma Divas.
Yes, and we were just talking about the 33% women quota as well, and we were talking about the expansion of OBC reservation criteria. Pallavi, I want to understand from you that this is not the first time that Prime Minister Modi is reflecting his love for Indian craftsmanship, Indian heritage and Indian history. We actually saw Bharat Mandapam as well, how it was majorly decorated with Indian craftsmanship and elements coming from the craftsmen of our country. This is the second time we are seeing such reflection here at the YashoBhoomi. How politically it is going to benefit BJP in the upcoming Lok Sabha elections in the year of 2024?
Difficult for me to kind of assess how is it going to benefit, but I think the narrative which the Prime Minister wants to push for is that India should be proud of its heritage, not just here in the country, but also that's what needs to be showcased abroad. At the G20 summit, apart from showcasing Indian craftsmanship at the Bharat Mandapam, but even every single thing, and for example, the gifts that you gave to dignitaries from the kind of cuisine which was decided upon, all of that was a reflection of India's heritage. And not just that, the new Parliament building is also going to have a reflection of India's tradition, culture, heritage, and also what is called democratic principles. In fact, there's a huge exhibition which has been set up there, the mother of democracy, because India says that we are the mother of democracy, where democratic values have remained intact despite the many pushes and pulls. So this is going to be the larger narrative, and therefore he feels that in sync with showcasing our craftsmanship to the world, it is very important that those who are the people behind it must also be respected, and thereby Vishwakarma Jayanti. And then, of course, very quickly, whenever the Prime Minister travels abroad, he always takes a slice of a craftsmanship or heritage over there by way of the gifts he gives to them, and also as far as the showcasing of it at the G20 summit is concerned.
Definitely, Pallavi. Also, I want to understand from you, is there any opposition word coming in as far as the Vishwakarma scheme and the launch of YashoBhoomi is concerned?
So, the YashoBhoomi is a new convention set up, and we've seen the pictures of it. It's quite very swanky, modern, but at the same time reflecting the craftsmanship or heritage, and it's going to be dedicated to all those who are, who he thinks should be the beneficiaries of the Vishwakarma Yojana. It's a convention center which is going to be used for exhibitions and other government and other programs as well. That is something which he's going to be doing in a short while back. A short while from now. Today, as I said, Vishwakarma Jayanti is the day which has chosen for his birthday. And the sense of entitlement he's often accused his predecessors of. He's often spoken about the fact that he comes from a very humble background. He never got credit for what he wanted to do. And the fact that twice over the people of India have voted for him is an acknowledgement of the fact that people have rejected the entitled nature of politics. He has often accused the Congress party of. The Aam Aadmi, the real common man, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. That is a part of the narrative which the Prime Minister is going to be pushed when he unveils the YashoBhoomi in a short while from now, and also which is a part of the Vishwakarma Jayanti concept, which also the Prime Minister announced on Independence Day.
Definitely, Pallavi, as we can see that Prime Minister Modi has planned to celebrate his birthday with the Aam Aadmi Party today, as well as he will be introducing the Vishwakarma scheme in a short while from now, as mentioned by my colleague Arun Dhanta and Pallavi Ghosh as well. Arun, coming back to you, as we were talking about 70 ministers joining from 70 different locations, could you tell us more about who all are going to be joining from which place?
Well, see, that's right. 70 ministers have been deployed to 70 places. And Union Home Minister Amit Shah is in Ahmedabad. Rajnath Singh is in Lucknow. Smriti Irani is in Jhansi. Bhupendra Yadav is in Jaipur. Anurag Thakur is in Shimla. And therefore, all the ministers, 70 ministers, have been given different cities to be present when Prime Minister Modi will be inaugurating that Vishwakarma scheme today. Prime Minister, of course, will be inaugurating or launching this from the YashoBhoomi here. It will be a virtual event. All these ministers will be there, of course, with the artisans in different cities, because this scheme is actually all about the artisans of 18 different groups. And when we talk about these groups, which of course includes the carpenters, barbers, people involved in toy making, goldsmiths, brownsmiths, ironsmith, all these people will be getting benefit out of this Vishwakarma scheme. Prime Minister Modi from the ramparts of Red Fort on 15 August had said this, that how his government is concerned about these people, that how in fact things are becoming difficult for them, and at this time it is important for government to step up and help these people by providing them mortgage-free loan. And government has been focusing on this, that these people will not be able to actually mortgage anything in lieu of loan, and therefore they have made it simpler that you need not to provide any mortgage. It will be a mortgage-free loan. In the first tranche, of course, 1 lakh will be given, and then in the second year or third year it will increase to 3 lakh. And of course, beside that, there will be 15,000 rupees for the toolkits, and also a daily 500 rupees is also part of this scheme. So on a large scale, this will be benefiting all these groups which falls under this artisan category, and government through this making sure that all our culture, tradition and heritage arts stay intact, and these people are motivated to actually work in this direction. Otherwise, what is happening, there are various multiple competitors in the market which making their lives difficult, and therefore in this regard these people are not actually doing their work which they need to do. They are leaving their work, doing something else, and therefore with this scheme they will stay put, they will do their work because the government is providing them that assistance, that help which is needed. And in a way, of course, on one side where India is heading towards a modern technology, state-of-the-art culture, we will also be protecting our traditional heritage, our crafts, which has been part of the culture of this country for many years. So therefore, this is a very important day when Prime Minister Modi will be launching that Vishwakarma scheme. 13,000 crores have been allocated for this scheme initially for 5 years, and government has also said that they might increase in coming few years the total amount which they will allocate to these artisans. So it's a very positive sign. Of course, as Pallavi was mentioning, that it has political ramifications as well, because the larger chunk of these artisans come from the OBC community, and states like Uttar Pradesh, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh are those states where these people are under the OBC category. So that will also perhaps help BJP. You have 5 states going to polls this year itself, and then you have all important 2024 Lok Sabha election. So all these things are actually will be benefiting these artisans. How they are going to reward government with their votes, after this scheme, we'll have to see. But of course, Prime Minister Modi on his birthday, making sure that he gives that due to the artisans of the country, which is needed, which is required.